What's up, dude?
What's up, guys? It's bright and early morning, and we're gonna start working on the Pro Mod. We kind of got our butt really kicked last weekend, so we were struggling with the car. Didn't really have the mile per hour we really wanted, so we're gonna try a couple different things. Boss man just sent me a text, said get the car on the jacks, start pulling it apart. We're gonna end up changing rods. We gotta change rods, head gasket, and pulley. We're gonna try to get a little bit more mile per hour off the pulley, and hopefully we can get that speed that we actually want and go a little bit faster to be able to keep up with the competition.
Yeah, because we got a big race coming up in Texas, and we need to get some mile an hour for that for sure.
Yeah, Jake's race, we don't want to go up there again and get our butt kicked. We don't want to go out first round.
No.
Hopefully we can go do a repeat of the September race of last year. Maybe with the Pro Mod, maybe with the Mustang, maybe with Todd's car. Don't know.
Top dead center.
Yeah, 50 degrees past top dead center, actually.
Oh, okay.
So what that does, I gotta get my plug tool, but what that does is gonna leave two rockers completely loose where I can pull them off. Then you gotta rotate 180 back to another 50 degrees past top dead center. Pull those rockers off, the one side stand can come off. Rotate one more time, the stand can come off, and then the heads can basically come off.
Toolbox coming through.
What's that, a tray for all the parts and stuff?
Yes, sir. We're gonna pull the motor apart. Everything I pull apart, I'm gonna neatly put in this cart. That way it's all set for this car and the car can go right back together. Everything won't be lost. It won't be put all over the place in the shop. It's all in one spot. Then once I'm done, I'll find some ram wrap or some kind of plastic coverage, because if it stays open for a little bit, like a day or so, everything will stay nice and clean. Go on, start getting these headers off.
What's that, a little custom plug tray?
Yeah. Jaden's been 3D printing custom plug trays for us.
It's sick.
Slowly but surely making us some custom parts, custom tools, custom anything you can make, caps, stuff like that. Anytime you do this, you always want to check your push rods when you pull them out. Make sure there's no pushed up ends, no burnt up ends, nothing screwed up with the push rods, just so they can go back in to make sure they're all good to go. Anytime you pull the rockers off, you always want to check the bushings, make sure there's no hard spots in them. As with these, they're all good, but if there's hard spots, they will slowly lock themselves up, and that's no good for the motor. Now that the two rockers on this side's off, I will rotate this 180 back to 50 degrees and do the same process on that side.
So for the push rods and the bushings, if everything's good and no burnt up, no beat up ends, our bushings are fine, how long until you change it?
Honestly, there's not a set date, it just depends. You always gotta check them, rod change, or when you pull, you hurt a head, just always check them, make sure there's nothing hurt on them. Usually they should last a really long time, as long as you don't burn them up.
Okay, so as long as they're okay,
Yep.
they're okay to reuse them.
Yep.
Sweet.
Main thing you're looking for is just if the push rods end up mushroom tipping, which are all round edged. Everything is all normal still, so these push rods are perfectly good to go. Now that I got this side off, both my 2 rockers are off. Pressure set on the passenger side, so now if you look at all the rockers, all the springs are up because the pressure was off of these. So now I will be able to unbolt this whole entire rocker stand and pull it off. All the push rods are good, so this motor can easily go back together. Rotate it back 180 degrees, back to 50, and do the same process. Pull that rocker stand. Once I pull that rocker stand, loosen intake bolts. Jaden will get the rest of these headers off, and the head can come right off. And now, if all correctly, which it is, all these springs are all the way up. Yeah. The main thing is you want to see is there's no pressure on the springs when doing this. How you know it's hot? Yeah, I just keep wiping myself.
Yeah, it's hot. This is leaking sweat.
Almost went right away. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes not. Just like that. Both stands are off. Check these push rods like normal. Those are all good. Now, the big thing you always need to do before loosening your intake bolts, especially on a screw blower core, is you need to take your wrench and always loosen your belt. Because the way we're running our cars, we run them extremely tight. Just leave a little tension so you can still rotate it for the rods. Because if it's tight, it'll pull on the front of that snout and you can also break the snout. That's no good from there.
All right, we're back. Had to get the boys some water. Jesse's over there leaking about a bottle of water an hour out of him. It's that warm out here.
Yeah.
So
It's very hot. I think it's like heat index of 107 today.
Yeah, and then you got that humidity and everything. Ooh.
But like I tell everyone, I don't care how hot it is. Work never stops. We were all scared of the heat. Nothing would ever get done.
I think it was harder in North Carolina than it was in here.
No.
Alright guys, big shout out to Delete Me for sponsoring today's video. I've been using Delete Me here lately, and honestly, it's a no-brainer. When you're around the racing scene, posting up builds, sharing your locations, your name gets out there very fast. I didn't think much about it until I realized how much of my information is actually online. That kind of exposure allows people to easily find out where my stuff is, dox me, stalk me, or hit me with some kind of phishing scams. It actually turns out data brokers are collecting your data right now. Your address, your phone numbers, even stuff about your family. And that's why I signed up for Delete Me. Delete Me scans hundreds of sites a day and gets your info removed. I got my first privacy port in like a week. And honestly, it's kind of wild to know how many places had my information. For someone like me that's always out in the public filming events, it's one less thing that I am gonna have to stress about. Protect your privacy, guys. Click the link in my description down below. Use code SWANSTROM to get 20% off your Delete Me. Big thanks to Delete Me for sponsoring today's video, and let's go ahead and jump back into it.
I am pulling all the intake bolts out because the intake bolts run through the head. luckily with these Noonan setups, you do not have to pull the intake just to pull the heads. A lot of motors out there do nowadays. Noonan was very set up with that whole procedure. So now I'm just loosening these intake bolts. Gonna fully pull them out.
Yeah, Noonan make things very user friendly, don't they?
Yeah. In my opinion, one of my favorite companies out there. Barry at Noonan, Renee at Noonan, all of them, they're all very friendly, great people to talk to, hang out with, even just behind the scenes without racing.
Very welcoming too. Like a lot of
Yeah.
times you go into shops, they don't want to show you things, but we walk in there, they're open arms, showing us everything, excited to show us the new things. It's
No
super
one
cool.
sees it, but like literally with me and Barry, me and him text back and forth all the time, just messing with each other.
Yeah, that's really
It's just great contact. All right, all the intake bolts are out. All I got left is I gotta unplug a couple head grounds, unscrew the oil feed line to the head for the rocker stand. Once I do that, I get my 1/2 inch impact with my socket, bolt these, and the head will literally slide right off and go right into the stand. This side is a little complicated the way this car's set up. I gotta loosen this as much as I can, then loosen the head just to fully pull this oil line because it goes up against the firewall, like right there. Driver's side head, it can come right. With the driver's side head on this car, it can come right off. The oil line comes off. There's no bolt that gets in the way. So you just find your socket, 1/2 inch impact. And also, when you're pulling these bolts off, a lot of people don't do it. You always want to hold the back of the impact because with how torqued they are, because we torque these, pretty sure, I have to look at my notes.
180?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 180, 185 foot-pounds. So the impact struggles like a hair, not like a lot, but it'll struggle and try kicking the impact back. So that's a big no-no. You don't want to be stripping out these bolts, especially on the heads. So always just out of courtesy, get all my bolts right, yeah. Out of courtesy, just always hold on the back of the impact just so you don't strip no bolts out.
What are you doing down here?
Just drain the oil so we can take the oil pan off.
The reason why we're taking the oil pan off is, like I said before, we gotta change rods. Switching to 28 over, they're a different rod, they're a different head gasket. So the different rods, a little stronger, the handle, the more boost, and the head gaskets just to keep our compression where we want it. So the pan's gotta come off so I can pull the rods and pistons out. Once Justin gets here, he'll swap those rods out and we'll slap them right back in the car and put it right back together. Gotta charge this battery. And with this, the good thing about valve covers, always each side, anything for that side, you put in the valve cover. This side's always a pain.
I would say that's a little annoying.
Yes.
And that's just because of the chassis that you put the car in, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't built for this engine.
Yep. We didn't build this car. We pre-purchased the car. So some things won't be to our spec of building wise. It's the great thing about Wizard built cars. I love all chassis builders, but Wizard, even Cameron too, they built the cars for us because we spec'd them out how we wanted them. And this car was just built to the spec of whoever built the car originally.
Very well built car still.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
No hate on the car. Car works great for us. It just wasn't built to our spec for our motor. It was built, I think, for some smaller
It had
heavy.
roots in it.
I think it had, yeah, I'm pretty sure it had roots because we did put a new windshield in it.
Yeah.
It had the roots in the car. So whole different combo, whole different setup. It's just not built to, like, as you've seen, there's tight space for the heads.
So everything fits, but it's very tight.
It's very tight. I can go to that car and I have plenty of room.
And I guess the head stud just got that loose from you taking off the bolts, eh?
Yep. Anytime we put them back together, we always snug them down like this, like that, and they're good. So once you loosen those head bolts, they come loose. And good thing with these, honestly, the head studs don't ever really go bad. At least in my line of work, I've never seen one go bad.
Yeah,
Unless someone strips them out.
They some beefy studs right there.
Yeah. As long as no one strips them out, they'll never go out.
And they're such a big thing, it's hard to strip out.
Yeah. With how, it's so easy to always screw in. Like if you watch, you can't strip them out. You just be gentle until it starts screwing in.
Yeah, I'm after putting them in myself. It is like butter.
The nice thing about this whole process is now that the motor's all apart, especially like the heads and all the headers, Jaden will be able to go through now. I'll have him go through and completely clean up the firewall, the whole frame, all of our brakes, everything over here that's all oily, get the car all cleaned back up and nice and pretty. At this point, slowly, you gotta be gentle on the deck. You just gotta go around the head gasket with a flat blade because they're kind of suction too. So you just gently go around until they fully come loose. One thing you do gotta be careful, as it got me, these head gaskets are very sharp.
Go ahead and get you some sand blocks and do a little quick resurface on the heads.
No, we don't do that. All we're doing here is just check and make sure all of our lifters are good, not burnt up, locked up. If any of them are bad, we'll have to instantly start looking at the camshaft, which so far everything looks great.
So is there a time frame on those two, or run them until they're not good again?
Honestly, it's a race program's judgment. From what I noticed, we ran them a whole year, I'm pretty sure, if I remember. And then he sent them out. But usually, they'll go out once in a while. If something's like wrong with the drivetrain, they'll go out. If something's not happy, then you gotta figure out what's making it not happy. So logically, they should last you a really, really long time.
Is that gas sticking powder?
Yep. We're about to pull rods out, get my breaker bar, my socket for my impact. Gonna have Jade rotate around. Okay, rotate it. Keep going. Start front to back, always. Slow, keep going.
You doing your front first?
Good. It's head. Oh my God.
More pipe on it?
No. This should work.
Brought out the heavy guns.
It doesn't lever.
And just laying on your back fucking sucks. Yep.
You need to have some impact still?
Nope.
one coming?
Yep.
All right, you're good. I'm good. Need a rag down there?
Yes.
Here.
Good. Driver's side. Clean everything out, brake clean it out, wipe it all out. You know that.
All right.
Do that to the crankshaft.
Yeah. Just like that. All of our rods and pistons, the whole motor is basically tore down to a short block without all the rods and stuff in it. Once Justin gets here, this motor been needing rings, so we're gonna put rings in it, a couple pistons if it really needs it. Then we're gonna change out the rods, put the head gasket back in it with the thicker one, and then we'll swap out the pulley and this car will be going back together.